Hey everybody, welcome to episode 3 of A Quick Hello. This is Todd Markle, founder of Hello Hire. Today's topic is job postings. Don't turn the video off. Might seem like a bit of a snore, but we're going to be talking about how to breathe some life back into those job postings, which is something a lot of companies just continue to struggle with. It's one of those issues or topics that really isn't difficult or complicated, but for some reason, it's one of those things that companies still struggle to get right. We often see some pretty lousy external job postings out there on a pretty regular basis. And our belief at Hello Hire that this is a really important part of your candidate experience, and you can take a few steps to make this a lot better and get this right. So what are a few of the issues that I see most often? Number one, I think, is just general neglect. No one is paying attention to what's out there. A job comes open and the hiring manager or the recruiter say, oh crap, we need to get something out there. We need this person right away. So it's like sort of gather up something, get it out there. In the haste of hurrying to get something posted, what's out there kind of stinks. And a lot of times what I see is something that looks like an internal document that was used by the comp team to do some market pricing that just gets slapped up out there, which isn't a very effective way to advertise a job. Number two, it's not written with the candidate in mind. Everything is about, what you can do for us versus what we can do for you and your career. There's not enough language to get candidates excited about wanting to come work for your organization. There's not information about company culture, why the company is a great place to work, why the position's exciting, etc. So job postings are a marketing document. Its job is to build the interest and not the other way around. And today's candidates, as you know, have options. So give them a reason to want to consider your option. Number two, the focus tends to be on screening candidates out versus screening candidates in. Yes, you want to provide information about what candidates what you're looking for in the posting, but you don't want it written in a way that's going to scare candidates off or to think that they could never be considered. Typically, there are quite a few requirements listed that aren't really true requirements. They're usually preferences, and in most cases, the company would be flexible about them for the right candidate. But yet we include them as requirements. This is especially concerning for gender diversity, as you may have seen in some of the recent research that males are more likely to see requirements and think like, I'll apply anyway, even if I don't meet them, where females are likely to screen themselves out as a result of those requirements being listed. Number four, too much clutter and junk. There's lots of lists of bullets with acronyms no one outside the organization would understand, detailed information about physical requirements, work conditions, etc. Saw something the other day on a posting that's like, you must be able to tolerate an ambient air temperature of 72 degrees Fahrenheit throughout the day. Why is this in here? Somewhere along the way, we got it in our heads that we must have information like this included. But for most companies, most industries, this really isn't the case. Check it with your legal department if this makes you really nervous taking this type of stuff out, but also ask them, if they say you have to keep it in, to provide you with some documentation that says why this has to be, included in your job postings. From all the research I've done, there's nothing out there that says, this is why you have to, or that you have to have this in here. If it makes you really uncomfortable or kind of nervous, you can always add a little disclaimer at the bottom of the posting that says, this is not a legal document. It's not intended to be a comprehensive list of everything that we're looking for or all duties that might ever be required for this position. So what do we do about all this? I have a few suggestions for you. Okay, number one, start paying a lot more attention to your job postings. Realize that they do matter, and that your job postings are forming an impression of your company and what it's like to work there. Candidates do pay attention to this. Your job postings, if your job postings seem way out of date and like no one's paying attention to what's going on in your organization, guess what? Candidates will think that your company is probably way out of date and no one's really paying attention to what's going on in your organization. So make sure it looks like you care. Number two, write your postings with the candidate in mind. Why is this job exciting? Why is our company exciting? What's in it for them? Why should they consider this opportunity versus the one that they have now or another one that they're considering? Number three, change your focus from screening out to screening in. As you write your requirements, keep it to a list of items that are most important for someone to have. Don't make it a laundry list of absolutely every possible thing that would be nice for a candidate to have in their background. Also, phrase things in a way that's, conveys, hey, this is what we're looking for. Does this sound like you? Versus here are all the requirements that you have to have, and if you don't see these, peace out. Number 4, double check your postings for jargon, internal terms, weird physical condition stuff, and eliminate anything that isn't absolutely necessary to include. Apologize for that noise in the background. My printer has decided to start talking to me for some reason. If you're not familiar with a tool called Textio, check it out. It's just textio.com. I highly recommend it. They have I don't know if it's a week or 2 free trial, but you can actually do quite a bit of nice cleanup work with your job postings during that free trial. And if you find that it's something that's really useful for your organization, you can sign up longer term. But it will give you live real-time feedback on your job posting and how it will perform compared to others. You can actually make edits to your job posting real time, and it will kind of reevaluate and score and highlight things for you to change. One of the things that highlights is if you have any gender bias language in your posting, it'll highlight that and give you suggestions on how to change that. A few other quick tips to wrap up. Start your posting off strong. You hear that recruiters only spend 6 minutes or 6 seconds with a resume. Similar on the other end of the sort of the table there is that candidates only spend a few seconds with a job posting. Make sure you start strong and something that catches their attention. Keep the length between 300 and 700 words for optimal performance. Include a statement about the company's commitment to diversity and inclusion. That will help your job perform better. Be sure to include keywords in your postings that the candidate might search on. Keep in mind that 70 to 80%, maybe it's even more than that now, of job postings are starting on Google, not on one of the job search sites. So it's really important that you're driving traffic directly to your job postings. And if at all possible, work with your IT and your marketing team to get job posting content on your actual career site versus only housing that in your ATS. That will help you a ton with search engine optimization and bringing candidates directly to your site. Finally, use a relatively brief job title for your posting that will be understood outside of the organization. 10 to 30 characters is considered optimal in terms of job posting length. So I could go on, but let's leave things there for now. Hopefully this was helpful information, will inspire you to go out and take a look at some of those job postings that maybe have been neglected over the years. They really do matter, especially in a tight labor market like right now. And this is something that really can be done low to no cost without a ton of time. You just need to make it a priority and spend a little bit of time on it. So I'd love to hear your comments or feedback on this topic. Please share your thoughts in the comments on LinkedIn or YouTube. Or you can reach me directly at todd.markle@hellohirecxs.com. So that's it for now. Thanks very much for watching. Our reminder to please don't forget to be kind to your candidates out there, and we'll see you next time.